Hello, Black Healing Matters family. Danielle here with yet another episode of the Black Healing Matters podcast, where we offer you ideas to hopefully move you one step closer to your healing. And happy Finance Friday to you. Hopefully you're having a great Friday. And on this Finance Friday, I have something very special for you. Have you heard of the Tulsa Real Estate Fund? Well, if you know anything about Tulsa, Oklahoma, then you may know that way back in 1921, there was one of the first terrorist attacks on U.S. soil. And that attack was besieged upon what was at that time referred to as Black Wall Street. And so, Black Wall Street is, of course, gone, and many people's lives and their property, millions of dollars of property, was destroyed. And so, today, now 2018, Mr. Jay Morrison of the Jay Morrison Academy, you may be familiar with him. He is an entrepreneur, real estate mogul. He's done quite a lot in the real estate space, but he's also a true advocate for Black people, as he calls Africans in America. And with that, he has actually registered a fund for African Americans to actually invest in real estate. And this is not just a, GoFundMe. This is a real SEC backed tier 2 investment group, basically a crowd fund. And the way it works is that you can buy shares of this fund. Each share, I believe, is around $20. Oh, no. 20? Yes. So you can buy 500, the minimum investment is $500. And I believe that gives you 10 shares. So they're $50 each. So you get at minimum 10 shares. That's a minimum investment of $500. And for that investment, again, this is not donation. For that investment, you get an 8% return on your money, which is definitely better than anything you can find at a bank or most mutual funds at that. So an 8% return, as well as a 50-50 profit split, which means, in short, that you be set up to do pretty much better than most investments, passive investments that you can make in the bank or in a mutual fund. And on top of that, you're also set up to help your own community. Because, of course, the investments that are made through the Tulsa Real Estate Fund will be into our neighborhoods and our areas to help combat gentrification and displacement of people out of their communities. And so when it comes down to it, many times, we often talk about gentrification, and these are buzzwords nowadays, but it's not often that we actually have an opportunity laid at our feet, one that has already been prepared and is actually well presented to actually do something about those problems. And this is your opportunity. And if you're listening to this, hopefully you can hear this message. If you're hearing this during this weekend, the IPO, initial public offering. The initial public offering is open on June 1st, and anyone who invests June 1st until June 4th will become an honorary member. And already within the first 12 hours, this fund has raised over $2.5 million, which is almost 25% of its target. So my guess is that this will take off. And like all great things, You want to be in on the ground floor. And I think this is a great opportunity. At best, at worst, again, you get your investment, And at best, we're looking at possibly saving communities and really making a difference. Not through, begging the government or begging somebody else to do it for us, but actually through our own means and through our own unification. So, on this Finance Friday, hopefully you'll consider, if you're going to make investments or you're going to go buy stuff that you really don't necessarily need, consider using some of that money, putting it into a fund that's going to give you and your family not only the peace of mind of knowing that your money is being put to good use, unlike in the bank, where many banks don't even lend to Black folks, and you already know how that goes. But you're also getting a return, a solid Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC-backed return on your investment. It doesn't get much better than that. On that note, Black Healing Matters family, I love you. Stay blessed. And as always, Black Healing Matters.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.